everybody? My name is Grant, and today I want to show you how you can use the 5 principles of creation and the 12-bar blues together. This is how I write all of my music, and I want to show you just how you can combine these things with a simple chord progression on any of the no bars held, so you can create with no bars held too. So today what we're doing is I took the Jam 3A, which is an A minor 12 bar, so it's A minor chord for 4 bars, then D minor, 2 bars, and then A for 2 bars, and then it goes E, D, A, and E, and with the dominant. And then I wanted to transform it, right? So there are a couple different principles that you can see if we're going over to how I do this. I call this musical alchemy, and this is also musical creation. So before we interrupt this broadcast so I can turn on other stuff for your entertainment. So the most basic rule is the funk rule, right? So with the 12 bar, you should know that there's A, D, D, A, E, D, A, E, right? So anywhere in between these boxes, you pretty much have unlimited space as long as it starts with an A. So in this case, I'm doing A, and I might add some techniques such as like picking it, right? 4, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, 4. So I'm starting on that. Now I can always change it, right? So I'm going to add a call, meaning my first melody. So my first melody will be a sharp 9, flat 9. So I'll add F, E, and I might even add a little bit of an etude in there. This is from I'm Calling. The tablature will be in the group that you can join. So that'd be my call. And this is also my motif, right? So a motif, for Beethoven would be like, and it just keeps repeating the whole song, right? And it just moves to different keys. And the last part of this will be adding different voicings. So I could play A minor like this, D minor like this, E, but I'm going to switch it. So I'm going to do D minor here, and I'm going to add this flat 9, which is kind of how flamenco makes their chords sound. Flat 9, so I'll add that here for the D. I'll keep the same motif. Use this root D for those two. So right now my 12 bar is looking like So this is basically the funk rule, starting with the root on the 1 of every measure. My call was pretty much this, so it's more my motif. The riff farming part of this is a little bit different, right? So let me just check real quick that QuickTime is actually recording everything I want it to record. Okay, it is. Before I keep going. Where's PowerPoint? Okay, so riff farming, call and response. Let's say if I want to add a response, so my call would be, I might go, that might be our response. A. So that would be my responses, right? Riff farming I was kind of doing at the same time. So basically riff farming is a formula that I use. For this one it might be a little tough, but it's basically I have a melody, like a tag A, I have a tag B, and then I have a tag C. So my first tag would be da, da. My second tag would be da, 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 da. And my third tag might be some like Raschiatos or something, just for the thing. So basically, when I'm doing the 12 bar, for each measure, I'm going to do A, B, A, C. I'm going to keep those principles in mind as I move through the entire 12 bar. So now I'm adding the call, the response, and like a tag, I guess, on the fourth measure of everything. So let's see. I'm making it up on the spot now. So. So, I mean, that was kind of the idea. I probably would do it a little bit differently. But that would be like my tag would be basically doing these like Raschiatos. So that would be kind of cool. I think that would be the one that I would do. So the voicings I'm doing kind of A, E, and D up here, and then also adding an E dominant. Obviously, there's some things that I know besides that, like technique, right? But these are the principles of creation as far as like elements that you can have. It's basically the dynamics that I'm messing with, my texture, my speed, my threshold, how many open notes I'm playing. My pitch when I'm using high notes, the form, it's kind of the chord progression, the tone. Right now it's our acoustic guitar, and my articulation would be how I'm picking these strings, right? I can change these. So this is how you can take like one simple thing like the 12 bar, and granted you don't always have to do it as intense as me. I mean, obviously you can make it like a real blues. Obviously flip it and do it any way you want. So the 12 bar really reflects who you are as a guitar player. It's not going to really make you necessarily better because we're already as good as we're going to be. We just have to continue to chip away at the marble that surrounds us, right? So it's like you're already the best guitar player you can be. You just have to like chip away at with effort to become that. So the 12 bar I think helps you get your DNA, stuff that you like in the chorus, stuff that you don't like. You're going to filter that out, peaks and amps, and that's how you get your own sound. And I kind of always wanted to have something with students where they'd still learn these kind of ideas of like, man, keeping track of the stuff in my head, keeping like my scales in order, like applying those, kind of being like Jimi Hendrix, playing chords and leads at the same time, really focusing on melody, creating new melodies, calls, responses, really seeing the freedom within lines. It's this paradox. It's like the Zen of guitar, though. So this is basically how I write so many more. I have lots more riffs that I write in this way. If you want to get the first 12 lessons of the No Bars Held course, you can actually join the Google Classroom for $1. And it has all the exercises for the first 12, and you can always rewatch this video. And if you want a little bit cooler riffs, then you can also check out Patreon. And if you really want to become a blues disciple at Aspirant, I teach guitar privately as well as the bass. So my motto is make music or make excuses. Obviously, this is already free on the on YouTube. But if you want some more help, if you really want a guide to creativity, help you discover who you already are, I'm here to help. So any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll see you guys.